Welcome to Library Creamy and welcome to Library Cleaning. If you have a Nintendo Switch, you might have a game that was played the most. And for most people, it would be The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild or Animal Crossing New Horizons. For me, Zelda was not really my favorite. As an Asian man that looks nothing like them K-pop stars, I could never relate to a time-traveling blonde twink boy with sapphire eyes.
But she's beautiful.
Right.
Stunning.
With zero personality, zero energy.
But she's
So my most played is Animal Crossing, followed by Monster Hunter Rise. Most people got their Switch before or during quarantine, and Animal Crossing New Horizons was the game on everyone's lips. And it was almost impossible to get Nintendo Switch and Animal Crossing on regular price. And I didn't. I just swallowed in my depression watching clips on 90 Days Fiancé or Catfish because I don't have a therapist, but if I had a therapist, my therapist would actually tell me I have a self-destructive tendency. Even when I finally got Animal Crossing version of Nintendo Switch because my friend gave me his Ring Fit for free, I didn't get the game for like 3 months after I bought my Switch. But when I got it, I carried my Switch with me, played it on the bus home from work, and then fell asleep to the 3 AM music hitting. Dun, 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 dun. But I have not been playing Animal Crossing for a while, even when it was and still is my most played game. So what happened? What happened to my favorite game? Let's find out 5 personal reasons why I stopped playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. Let's clean the dust off. Number 1. Punishment for not logging in. When you enter the game after some amount of absence, your animal friends will tell you, "Wow, it has been 5 months since the last time I talked to you, you bitch!" They don't say that. And then you will rush to say hi to each and every one of them since you don't want any of them to leave the town. Because it will be a whole kerfuffle if they went and did that. Imagine Henry moves away and in his spot moves in Rilla. Like piece of you better move with markdown store-bought glitch. And then there will be overgrown weeds or worse flowers and worst of them all, them cockroaches. There will be so many things punishing you for being absent from a game that was supposed to be a chill, calming game. You would put up the game for the first time in a while, then you are bombarded with things to do. When we compare the motivation of logging into Animal Crossing every day with the punishment, logging in every day will get you usually 2 crafting recipes and 1 cooking recipe, which after a while will be stacked on the corner of the island in a pile, or if you have the patience to go into the residence center, wait for the loading screen, and wait for the ATM machine in there that is probably running on Windows 95, you will get 50 to 300 miles, which you can get by performing 1 action in Nuke Mile Plus. So if you compare recipes and miles to weeds and cockroaches, I would say punishment is bigger than the motivation and reward of logging in. Number 2. Egg Day event. As a recovering Catholic, I don't really have fond memories of Christmas or Easter. I'm super traumatized of Christmas because of an incident involving a charcoal suit and Balthazar, and 2 strong Asian ladies holding me down while I cried. I don't want to talk about it no more. And on Easter, it was kids in Sunday school's job to paint them fucking eggs. I didn't have Cadbury eggs or any other candies. All I got after that unpaid child labor was some ugliest painted eggs that other kids touched with them nasty unwashed hands. So the idea of colorful eggs don't really excite me. And the fact these random eggs spawning from rocks, balloons, trees and water is something always gets in the way of gathering ingredients and the seasonal recipes. It is just so annoying. I think all the times I stopped playing the game were during the Egg Day period. Even the cherry blossoms didn't help. I mean, even the rabbit zipper is sick of it. Just look at him, he's just so done. Of course, it is now better since water eggs are gifted to you from the villagers and I didn't really fish up a lot of water eggs while fishing or diving, but I am still getting over the last fishing tourney where I constantly fished up those fucking eggs, and it happened this year again and it triggered me. And why do you need them ugly clothes for each egg design? For your animals? They don't even wear pants, they don't care. Number 3. Camera angle and poor performance. I enjoy going into museum or just chilling in the little areas of my island, but what I really dislike is the camera angle. I get it's the traditional top-down camera angle, but sometimes, since I suck at gaming, for me, catching tarantula or scorpion is just such a struggle. I wish I could change the camera angle freely like I could in other games. They do allow it inside your house or villagers' houses, but they don't allow that inside the museum or any other main buildings on the island. I really like looking at various creatures or artworks in the museum, but the restricted camera angle just is not so convenient. And there is the issue of lagging. Sometimes I regret buying Nintendo Switch. Because you see these people who run Nintendo Switch games on PC, and they use mods. And there you are, you paid full price for the console games, and you cannot use mod. And people playing the same game on PC have better frame rate than what your console offers. And let's be honest, Animal Crossing does not really look like a demanding, but why is it still lagging and my objects not loaded and just spawns as I pass them by if I put slightly more object on my island? Like, I play Witcher 3 on the same console, and you're talking about bringing Hogwarts Legacy into it, which my gaming laptop cannot even run? Okay. Number 4. Forced DLC purchase. I have 2 Nintendo Switch consoles. I heard people were panic buying gray Joy-Cons because they were getting discontinued, so it was a good excuse for me to get a used Switch. For my mom, I got the gray Joy-Con one and got her the new blue and red Joy-Cons and kept the Joy-Con myself. She played Ring Fit and Thick Boxing like twice with me, then she didn't play it, so I ended up with 2 Switch consoles. And I have a download version of Animal Crossing and a game card as well. So in theory, I can play in 2 different hemispheres using local play, right? Nope. Since both my Switch consoles were linked to my Nintendo eShop and I purchased one Paradise Planning code, is it Happy on Paradise or Paradise Planning? Like, so confusing. I'm not allowed to play my Animal Crossing on both devices at the same time, which doesn't make any sense. Like, hello, I have 2 different devices and I have a game card inserted in one and playing with downloaded version on the other. I paid for the game twice, but they don't care. They want me to pay extra for the membership or another DLC, making my game card an obsolete one. At least give me an option of disabling DLC on one console if you don't want me to play it on 2 consoles with one DLC. I really wanted to do local play with my other console since wintertime in Animal Crossing is not my personal favorite season, and I can play in Summer Island during the wintertime if I can do local play. Of course, 2.0 update did offer the random island you can get to with different season with the seductive tap, and there is no guarantee you can get the island with the summer season. Number 5. 2.0 updates. I remember FaceTiming my friend and gushing over every single little feature they presented in 2.0 update presentation. Each and every single feature was what I wanted from the game, and which they promised, I guess. And it was simply beautiful. But there was one thing that kind of bothered me. After all the wonderful things said, she said,
This will be the last major free content update for Animal Crossing New Horizons.
They came up with the Paradise Planning DLC, but that was it. They didn't really have major updates after that, or any additional DLCs. Of course, the current version of Animal Crossing is 2.0.6, which means they fixed some stuffs up here and there, but there was no update that was like, wow! Of course, they wouldn't want you to milk the same game for years, but once you finished your seasonal events, you don't really have things you are missing out. Even though I did test online games using fear of missing out to keep the players on leash, it could be a good motivator, and I do admit I can milk Paradise Planning DLC on and on since there will be surplus of random animals on the beach, and I can use special amiibos to give a vacation home for the hardworking NPCs. I don't really appreciate Sims 4 selling people in-game furnitures and costumes when people can get those things from modders. But Animal Crossing New Horizons might benefit from those additional small DLCs. I mean, I can see people being angry with DLCs, but sometimes, if you like a game so much but ran out of new things to do, DLC could be a pretty neat thing, in my opinion, or just some more quality of life updates even. I mean, they're constantly updating the mobile version of Animal Crossing, right? But what are they doing with this? I just don't think 2.0 updates should have said that there will be no more updates. I mean, that was very curt and gave the impression they were simply done with this generation of Animal Crossing. Then why did they come up with New Horizons plus DLC pack? Why do you have 2024 Animal Crossing New Horizons calendar on Amazon? Even though I said some not so positive things, Animal Crossing is still my most played Nintendo Switch game, and as I played it to write this script, I just found myself enjoying the game again. So much so, I bought some amiibo cards and I finally turned the fucking fake Captain Amiibo from AliExpress into a real one by sacrificing Captain Amiibo card. But then again, if I stopped playing for a while, I might not play the game for a long time for the reasons I mentioned there. Do you guys still play Animal Crossing? If not, what is your reason for not playing it anymore? Comment below because I have nothing better to do than reading your complaints about something that is not my problem. And if you like the video, please be a good lamb like Dum or
She's a werewolf.
and subscribe. Bye.